Hey guys, what's up? The Matt Star's back, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. It's me. And in this video, we're going to be going over ACT math problems. And this is part one of a series of videos going over the math section for ACT math because I know we did some SAT non-calc problems. So I wanted us to do some ACT problems as well. And this is from the 2022-2023 practice ACT guide, the math section, which is part two. And I will leave the link for this down in the comments below. Alright, so you can read the directions right here. You can use a calculator for any problem you want. There's 60 minutes for 60 questions. So we're going to go at a good speed. Alright, let's get started. Alright, number one. Okay, now we're doing problems 1 through 13 for part 1. Okay, this one says numbers 1 through 15 were each written on individual pieces of paper, one number per piece. The 15 pieces of paper were put in a jar. One piece of paper will be drawn from the jar at random. What is the probability of drawing a piece of paper with a number less than 9 written on it? So this is a basic problem. Alright, so here's what you have to do. So we have 15 pieces. 15, so we have pieces 1 through 15. What do we want less than 9? It's a basic stats problem. Even if you're not in stats, you can solve this one. So basically, I'm a master of these problems, y'all. So it's going to be 1 through 8. So that will be 8 out of the 15 pieces. We'll have number less than 9 written on it. So number 1 is E. Basic problem. Number 2 says, which of the following expressions is equivalent to that? Minus 4x cubed minus 12x cubed plus 9x squared. We can combine these like terms. So this will become what? Negative 16x cubed plus 9x squared. Okay. Right. Moving on to the next one. This one says, oh yeah. So the answer was, correct answer was J, I believe. Yeah, number 2 is J. Okay. Now that we've answered that one, we can do number 3. When x equals 2, what does this equation equal? Plug in 2 here. So this is 12 divided by what? 6 is 2. So it's 3 times 2 is 6. So it's 10 plus 6 is 16. Number 3 is B. Number 4, you have the absolute value in this one. This one says 6 minus 4, absolute value, well that's already 2. 3 minus 8, well that's negative 5. And then we take the absolute value of that, which is 5, is negative 3. G. Number 5. Alright. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Move this up a little bit. And I will zoom in. Okay, I'll see this now. So the expression is equivalent to which of the following? Alright, so boom. Multiply these together. So 4c times 3c, well that's 12c squared. 12c squared. And then this is minus 9 cd, and then we multiply this will be 4. We got this and that. So negative 9 is the positive 4. When you combine them together, you'll get minus 5 cd, and then minus 3d squared. 12c squared minus 5cd, so we can eliminate these choices. Minus 5cd minus 3d squared. Number 5 is C. Alright, number 6. Of the 180 students in a college course, 1/4 of the students earned an A, 1/3 earned a B, and the rest earned a C. How many got a C? Well, 1/4 is the same thing as 3 over 12. Multiply both sides by 3. 1/3 is the same as 4 over 12. Multiply both sides by 4. And just finding a common denominator. So 3/4 or 3/12 plus 4/12 is 7/12. So the people who got a C, how many people got a C? That's 5/12 of the number of students, right? And then it's 512 out of the total number of students. 180. You need a calculator if you need help doing that. It's horrible, y'all. So 180. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, yeah, there it is. Let's take a look at that. So 512 times 180, that is what, 75. 75. Indeed. 75. F. Okay. Number 7. This is an exponential rate kind of problem, I believe. So this is the number of fish in Skipper's Pond at the beginning of each year can be modeled by this equation, which x represents the number of years at the beginning of the year 2000. For example, x equals 2 represents the beginning of the year 2000, x equals 1 represents the year 2001. How many fish were in Skipper's Pond beginning of the year 2006? So we just plug in 6 into this equation. 2 to the power of 6 is 64, and then it's just 64 times 3. And that's 192. So number 7 is B. Alright. So number 7, yeah, I got that right. Number 7 was B. Okay. Number 8. Let me move my screen a little bit. Okay. There we go. This one says that Nish drove from Chicago to Baton Rouge at 8 a.m. He was 10 kilometers from Baton Rouge. At 1 p.m. he was 105 kilometers, which is closest to Manish's average speed. So, how far did he travel? Well, 510 is his total distance, and 105 is how much distance is left. So the distance traveled is 510 minus 105, finding an average velocity. And we're going to divide that by the time, so that's 5 hours. So, plug that in your calculator. So 510 minus 105 is 405, and then you divide that by 5, you get 81. So number 8 is H. Alright. Number 9. Here we go. Now, this is a basic problem. Basically, if we see this pattern, we have to find the length of AC, and you just multiply by 2. 8 times 2 is 16, 10 times 2 is 14, 6 times 2 is 12, and then you just add them up. 16 plus 14 plus 12 is 42. So a 9 is D. Okay. Number 10. Katrina runs 15 miles in 2.5 hours. What is the average number of minutes it takes her to run a mile? So she took 2.5 hours for 15 miles. It's asking about 1 mile. We're going to divide that by 15. And then we're going to multiply this by 60 for the 1 second minutes. So you can think of this as 2.5 times what, 4? I guess we can believe that. 2.5 times 4 is 10. So number 10 is G. Okay. Now that one? Number 11. Okay, this is a fun sort of probability statistics problem. So this one, a bag is containing 8 red marbles, 9 yellow marbles, and 7 green marbles. It's asking how many additional red marbles must be added to the 24 marbles already in the bag. The probability of randomly drawing a red marble is 3 out of 5. So our denominator is going to be how many marbles will be in the bag, right? How many? Well, it's 24, and then plus x. X is the, let's say x is the additional number of red marbles we're going to add. Okay, and our numerator is going to be, well, we have 8, and then we're going to add x to it. Okay, and how this works is this is going to be equal to this, 3 over 5. And cross multiply, and then we can figure out our answer for x. So, let's see, 8 times 5 is 40, plus 5x equals 24 times 3, I believe that's, what, 72? Yep, plus, and then It's 72 or 24 times 3, and then x times 3 is 3x. 3x. Okay. And then we're going to move the x to this side. So on the left side, we get 2x equals 32. So x equals 16. 16 is the number of additional red marbles we'll need, okay? Yeah. So, yeah. In total, we'll have 17 red marbles. Then, I think. Or no, we'll have 16 plus 7. So, 16 plus 7, that'll be 23. Alright. But it's just asking how many additional red marbles we need. So the answer for that is 13. Or 16. I don't know why I said that. So it's B. It is B. Okay. Moving along to number 12. And what do we have left? Okay, 12 and 13. Standard XY coordinate plane is a point 2, 1 is the midpoint of CD, and C has coordinate 6, 8. What is the coordinate of point D? So we have the midpoint 2, 1, and you can draw a graph if you want, but you don't really need a graph. So I'm going to put 6, 8 as this coordinate. 2, 1 is the midpoint, so I'm going to put it right here. This is point C. I'm going to write this as M. This is our midpoint. We have to find the coordinates for point D. We just subtract, y'all. Simple as that. 6 minus 2 is 4. And 8 minus 1 is 7. Or, my bad. Not 4. 4 is the difference. So we're going to subtract 4 from 2. Negative 2. There we go. So, basically, 6 minus 2 is 4 from our midpoint. So D was 4 even less than that. So then 2 minus 4 is negative 2. From 1 to 8, we went up 7, so we're going to do 1 minus 7, which is negative 6. So we get negative 2, negative 6, which is G. Okay? Well, this is G. And then our last problem for part 1 is 13. At his job, the first 40 hours of each week that Thomas works his regular time, and any additional time he works, he gets overtime for that. Let me move this so y'all can see the problem. Alright. So, you can read that and pause the video. But basically it's a standard how much does he get paid problem. So he's working 40, that's non-overtime, and he gets $15 for that. That's what the problem says, right? Plus, and then it says for the remaining hours, which is 6, he will get paid 1.5 times that amount. So it's 1.5 times $15, which he gets for regular time, which is 22.5. And then that's how much money he's gonna make, minus the deduction amount, which it says is 117. Alright. So let's plug this into the calculator. So 40 times 15 plus 6 times 22.5 minus 117, and we get $618. D. Alright. And yeah, I believe that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching part 1, and stick around for part 2. Alright, see y'all.